Ignorance may not always be bliss, but after I finish my story, you may think it does apply in this case. I set out to expose the folly of California lottery, specifically the unlikeliness of ever winning that coveted Mega Millions jackpot where you have to guess all 6 numbers correct. Basically, you take $1 to the convenience store and you get this ballot-looking thing, and you check off 5 numbers on one side and 1 number on the other side. They call that the mega number. And if those 5 numbers match the 5 white ping pong balls, they come out of the random number generating machine, and your mega number matches the gold ping pong ball from a separate machine. You got it. You got it. And if you're the only person with that combination out of the 41 participating states and Puerto Rico and Washington, D.C. and Virgin Islands, then you get to keep the entire booty to yourself. So since I took statistics and probability, so I calculated what are the odds of you picking the exact 6 numbers from the random machine using the hypergeometric equation. The odds are 1 in 175,711,536. I know, the number is huge, it doesn't make a whole lot of physical sense. So I went online and looked for other unlikely events, and then I compared them side by side just to give you a feel.
Wow.
It is 15,000 times more likely that I will bowl a perfect 300 games before I get those numbers right. It is 2,000 times more likely I will date a supermodel before I get those numbers right. And from my own field of study, it is 300 times more likely I walk outside on a day like this and be struck by lightning before I receive that prize. So armed with this knowledge of statistical improbability, I thought it's safe. I take my $1 and go buy a ticket. And I did. I used, kind of a random permutation of my birthday, body weight, social security number. But before I left the store, something strange happened. I began wishful thinking. I thought, this ticket could be the winning ticket. I could get that $250 million jackpot prize. So I guarded that ticket very carefully, and I looked forward to the disclosure that night, and I was actually disappointed. None of those ping pong balls matched any of the numbers I picked. And I checked it 3 times just to be sure. So what's the point of this ludicrous but true story? I think there are things in life that may seem harmless and even sponsored by the government, but when you do try it, it's capable of robbing your rationality. In this case, the greed for money displays any senses I had. I just did my calculus of, what the odds are winning, and yet I thought I was going to win. So I propose to you, there are vices, things out there of questionable worth. You are better off not trying at all. I'm talking about trying alcohol for the first time, or tobacco, or for a gentleman, maybe dabbling in online pornography. You don't know the powerful effect it will have on you. You may have to go through that 12-step program just to recover from being addicted to it. So I say to you, sometimes first-hand knowledge is not the best thing. Ignorance could be bliss. And that's the lesson I learned from $1. And